Intellectual pack. Assemble. What the? Why is he standing on top of stuff?
You're back. Thank the blackest sea that you and Noel are safe. And the artifacts? The lodge. So, we slipped from the Starborn's grasp, but not before taking a stab straight in the heart. We need to talk locks and bolts. Lodge and the Eye are not secure. Just means he's playing the waiting man's game. He'll be back once we've done all the work of collecting the other pieces.
The hunter, he probably found us because we're somewhere obvious. High-populated area, just like how the Starborn found you orbiting Neon the first time. But the fact that they're competing with us to find the artifacts means they can't get them without searching.
So we put the artifacts somewhere in the fringe, or on something that can slip from their grasp if they do another strike from the curtain. Fine idea. Starborn show up, you can burn helium in one spin of the grav drive to anywhere.
Here, keep the artifacts safe. I guess we'll meet back at the lodge after? Hello.
If you were a victim of the recent attack...
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
been an incident. Please continue.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's quite something, our Robbie, isn't he?
Been an incident, he says. Yeah, I know.
Mateo, I need to be checking everyone's vitals.
If
Now
I
really
may,
isn't the time.
I know our encounter with the hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that? Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
I guess it couldn't hurt. I've heard the Keeper's a pretty insightful guy.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there. I know. Look, we all feel like we've been kicked into the ground.
We can pay to
a million
fix the
times
damages,
over, but I think I have something. I'm serious.
are irreplaceable.
Everyone is staying in their...
That is a lot of quests for Game Pass to turn in. That I just turned in. Which actually reminds me. Do the same thing on my phone. The app.
That tree's as big as the rock.
Promised impossibility. And performed
Damn it.
Keeper Aquilas, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds? Oh. Yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something Secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside. Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe, beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave? Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story. The Enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Oh yeah, good idea.
That looked painful.
Eh.
Something to report? Saw your ship come in. Nice ride.
As a tracker agent, my duty is to inform and advise.
Much obliged, but...
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can.
Not much, but...
Oh, you're not? Sorry. Can I help you?
It's actually important, as strange as that may seem.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing. A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that. Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Security protocols engaged. Please.
Evening, sir.
A visitor? I have all the company I need. He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
I never can make heads or tails of these guys.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
It would be really helpful if you told us about it. If that even matters in the slightest to you.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the Unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy and delivers the killing blow. That is all. Then we are done. Leave me.
That was weird.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Aren't you the one who took down the Crimson Fleet? What do you insist on?
I'm surprised I've yet to see the inside of the security office. Here's hoping the streak continues.
Some folks never feel it. That connection to the universe you only get from grab jumping. Honestly, I wish I could show them what it is.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought? Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn? Was there anything else? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Now, what else? Yes, what he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel. Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it? But what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified? And so you think this word unity describes a similar miracle? The processes of the universe are all in accordance with some greater intent.
This is all a bit above my pay.
Well,
April.
You got time for a quick chat? I'd appreciate it when you're able. There needs to be a bigger word than, and whatever that word, I'd be dead. You and me both. I gotta ask. And if it's wrong to bear its spinning, it's gonna be hard. That, for my sake, how are you holding up? I don't blame you. That hunter bastard. I don't care if he's... Nobody messes with him. Just bring me along when you... I just want you to know, the only way we're gonna get through... Captain.
Hey.
Dad, have you ever tried Aurora?
Well, yeah, not in a long time, sweetheart. Not since you were born.
What was it like?
Terrible. It was terrible. You stay away from that stuff, Cora. Trust me. It's the worst. Back for a minute and nature takes it all back. Not a bad place for a pit stop. Find anything? I love the smell of getting back into the harness.
Budget tours. I have a request from people on the ship to talk with an actual ship captain. I'd appreciate it.
Those ruins, they look ancient. Oh, Vladimir would go nuts for this. Barrett, too. Scan and pick up anything fun?
relationship. I will personally give...
And think of it as a... Good. Hello. You remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise.
I don't think your patient counselor act is working on them.
We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We're all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should. And who gets to say that? You? Me? The emissary? I have debated morality for near infinity, and all I have found are groups of people enforcing their will on others. Rules and laws spoken as principles, but backed by arms and violence.
Enough. We have more to discuss. The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
Not a relatively expendable Dusty anymore, are you? Look at where you've ended up. I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who ran to the Eye. I left you behind to protect the artifacts, and the Hunter killed you.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours. And that's the problem. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifact, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. as I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp? You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks. To give up. To appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself. You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides. Bingo.
I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine or the Hunters?
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you. You might think the emissary is on you. Whoever created the artifacts and built... There are no rules. I don't kill. I've simply found... I'll admit, as soon as I realized... To see what... Usually, sometimes hundreds, I took it as... They entered. I am many things. The emissary... Honestly, I would... But you...
Sure you have more? I know we're not the same. It's not an easy... You will be leaving. Maybe that's why... Different. It's hard. You've seen that we can't let... When all the... Through it, you can... Before you leave, I want to give you some. Seek the moon of hope here. And I am sorry. I hope you should also talk to you. Part of me wonders.
Scan complete. You're clear.
Oh, Neon's got nothing on New Atlantis. Home sweet home.
Hey, I've been talking with the others. You know. Thank you. I'll have everything...
Mateo told us.
You found it, didn't Wait.
You can't possibly.
Let's take. Could you explain?
Yes, I wouldn't.
And that's why this.
I don't even want to think. Plus, what it would. You have the. One doesn't approach. You're right.
I know this has been.
Not to me. Let me know when. These last glimpses.
I have.
Catch a
things
smile up.
I wish to discuss with you. When you have time. I'm not sure when things will feel. I wanted to thank you. You seem to. I think you have certainly. If I may. No, I do not. Many of the other. I have not shared. Why should I be? For those that Vladimir's the. No, but it seems to me. I know this seems trivial. Perhaps childish. By a group And yet here we are, discussing. I wanted to thank. I know that. It would have been. Thank you.
Huh? Oh,
I need to inventory all our. It's silly, but even just one. How different my head is spinning. Well, I'm glad you.
To think that I need everyone looking out for each other during this time. Losses.
You forget how much you take a place like the.
Counter to everything. If this is all true, or worse, so maybe now. No. Look, I trust any.
We'll get through this. Those Starborn aren't gonna stop us. You read my mind. Come on. Of course you do.
Constantly will be monitoring everyone's vitals for signs of. Morale in the lodge has been measurably reduced.
Oh, hi, Sam.
Sorry. I've been lost in thought.
Constellation is no stranger to loss. Our own founder left on an expedition and never returned. It is easy to talk about the glory and excitement of breaching into the unknown, of lighting the darkness. But it is harder to stare into the face of the cost. That all of our progress is built on top of the lives of those who dared. And that we owe them the courage to continue our work in their memory.
Thank you, Sarah. If anyone else would like to say a few words. Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something.
Everyone is in mourning. I have seen. I am not sure. Thank you. Hey.
I thought maybe
Just
I would come
don't
up with
forget.
something to
We'll
say,
get through this.
but
When you have time.
Anytime.
Nothing. So
I am sorry.
When you have a moment.
I thought
I'd
Chat
like to
for a bit?
something that gave me comfort
You don't believe in
a long
me.
time ago. Is God
Yes.
real?
Well,
The more proper question would be, is reality divine?
I don't believe we. I wish to circle.
Existence itself is a mystery
Unfortunately,
which yearns
I
to
hope
be
you don't.
uncovered. What is goodness but
Oh,
a
yes.
comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation?
Exactly the same as when you met him, I bet.
For where the
Oh,
diversity
you
of the
don't mentor
universe
someone like that.
inspires awe and wonder,
Ah,
it
yes.
is
I bet
only
relationship,
contrast to
it
its
makes the law.
simplicity so pure that
Knew
it
him,
need only be
Sebastian.
understood as primordial and even
He never mentioned that.
our essence is what was imagined by its mind.
I hope this is all okay.
Consider imagining
Good.
and what we consider
Sorry
mind
if I...
are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny white caps on a massive searching sea. There's more, but those are the parts that speak to me the most. Thank you.
That was really thoughtful, Mateo. Thank you. Does anyone else want to say anything?
It almost feels... It's just easier if you'll excuse me.
I am told these... I appreciate. If you would like, though, I can add... It will take some time. I will note that...
Death is one of those occasions where it's hard not to believe. Our friend. No God in heaven that is curating a perfect ending for them.
Hi.
It's up to us. We are
So many people.
The pain of loss inspires us to greater action, then that
It's just,
is the good that comes.
I just feel like I want to.
Humanity.
Is it quiet? Death is a best. You know, there's an one of them takes ill. I'd rather be a goat. Sad story. You look after yourself.
Let's take responsibility for it.
Good talking. Got a lot of sad. Lodge. Got a lot. Good talking. Lodge sure feels like a lonelier place.
Walter, are you...
Got a lot of sad tales I'm running through my head.
Drink?
Right now.
Two old friends.
Like to keep some things private.
Aye.
Good talking to you. Lodge sure feels like a lonelier place.
Captain, I believe your ship will perform more efficiently if you bring me on board.
You have my attention.
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this.
Heaven is having a smooth running ship with a crew of friends. So we know the end. Well, we are. The whole thing seems. Doesn't it? I was hoping to start. Instead, they're fighting over. It's just a stupid game. And they seem to be just and you have a chance. I'd be lying. I don't know if you're taking anyone. I got no idea. Corey probably shoved. That's good. I know it's your decision. Sure, the emissary may, but that doesn't make with the. If the Starborn are party. Excellent. Glad to hear. My head is. Take care.
All right.
How have you been?
Alright, guys. That is gonna do it for this episode of Starfield. I will see you guys again tomorrow for episode 1 of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and of course another episode of A Plague Tale Requiem. As always though, remember, stay safe, stay dangerous. Love you guys. Later.